Hey there, Rod Buckton here. Thanks for the opportunity to present today. Really excited to be here. So, what is healthy eating? Let's have a closer look at that. And also, in line with, wanted to ask the question, in line with some research that I've done, can your diet help defend you against coronavirus? Good question. Very, very topical question at this point in time. There's a lot of stuff going around at the moment, and a lot of people are suffering in a major way. And there's people that have become a little ill, very ill, and tragically, some people are passed away also. With all this, there's a lot of data and a lot of research that's being collated and being done to understand more about how we humans are responding to coronavirus, this terrible thing that's sweeping the globe at the moment. So from this data, what I've found is there's around 15% of severe coronavirus cases, and about 85% of people have mild symptoms. So why is that the case? Why does this happen? Why do so many people end up in hospital? When it boils down, a lot of it relates to pre-existing health conditions, and this is becoming a major factor when you boil it down and understand more about the people that are currently being treated for coronavirus around the world. And this boils down to 4 major items: diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and high blood pressure. All have a major part to play with people being treated for coronavirus. Some research has indicated that people with heart disease or diabetes had a 1 in 5 chance of being admitted to an intensive care unit with coronavirus when they first showed the symptoms. So that's a major red flag, big issue. Age is also important, and we've heard initially when coronavirus first came around that it was an old person's disease. Certainly not the case. Age is important, but the health of a person, of a patient, is also important. A comparison being, there are people, a number of people, quite elderly, who are very healthy, who aren't being affected by coronavirus or might have some mild side effects or are recovering from coronavirus, as opposed to some younger people who aren't all that healthy in themselves and are suffering in a major way, or maybe even passed away. So massive item there. So more data, there is become more and more information available that there is a direct link between the metabolic health of patients, of people that are suffering with coronavirus, and the infection. Big point. So what is poor metabolic health, really? Well, that gets down to 5 key points: high blood glucose, high blood pressure, high body fat, high blood triglycerides, and low HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, the garbage trucks, if you like, the stuff that cleans up around our system. Levels outside the ideal ranges of any one of these has an impact on us. It reduces our immunity and reduces our ability to fight a range of infections, including coronavirus. Important point. So what is the cause of poor metabolic health? It's a name, it's a word that we probably hear thrown around more and more these days. What's the cause of it? In short, lifestyle, our modern lifestyle, and high carbohydrate foods. That together with exercise and movement, but predominantly high carbohydrate foods. And there's more and more data coming out now to support this. When we eat a high carbohydrate food-based diet, our modern diet, we raise our blood sugar levels, we increase our insulin resistance, our metabolic health tends to suffer and over time becomes worse and worse. An American survey showed only 12% of American adults were metabolically healthy. And a similar survey, just looking a little broader than that, in range group of 20 to 39-year-olds, 24% were metabolically healthy. In a range of 40 to 59-year-olds, 9% were healthy. In a range of 60 plus years of age, just over 2% were metabolically healthy. And as you can see, those numbers drop off in a major way as we get older, but this is a major issue. A bit more information about coronavirus. Typically, it enters the body via droplets that land in the back of the throat. The virus often starts as a sore throat, and mild cases can be stopped in the throat. A great thing. However, coronavirus can spread throughout the body if it moves to the lungs and enters your cells. And then we start seeing some major problems. At this point, it is so important. Early stages as well, but at this point, we need a good, strong, healthy immune system to be able to fight other infections, other viruses, and coronavirus as well. So a person with poor metabolic health, and smokers also, tend to become more susceptible to coronavirus. An Italian study, off the back of a whole range of things that have happened in Italy since coronavirus began, 350 patients that died of coronavirus were reviewed, and a third of that group were diabetic. Major issue. So getting back to our original question, can your diet help defend you against coronavirus? It certainly can. It most certainly can. Your diet impacts your blood sugar levels, your insulin resistance, and your metabolic health. So what can you do? What can you do? Can you start anything today? Certainly you can. Change your diet and change your lifestyle. And get started today.